Running down the clock. Iran's masterful endgame in the U.S. chess match. Flint West reporting. All right, now we're talking. Listen carefully, because this is where most people get it wrong. They're still watching the opening, still reacting to the explosions, still counting missiles like that's the scoreboard. It's not. This game moved on a long time ago. We're in the end game now. And in the end game, it's not about who hit harder, it's about who can hold longer. Section 1. On paper, the United States is up. Clear material advantage. They came in early, aggressive, took out infrastructure, leadership, capability, heavy pieces off the board. If you're looking at this like a beginner, you'd say the game is already decided. But that's not how high-level chess works. Because once the pieces come off, the question changes. It's no longer who's stronger. It becomes who can convert. Section 2. And that's where things get uncomfortable. Because converting advantage is harder than gaining it. Now you've got pressure. Now you've got expectations. Now every move has to justify the cost of what you've already done. And that's where the clock starts ticking. Section 3. Iran understands this, not emotionally, structurally. They're not trying to win a firefight. They already know how that ends. So they change the game. They lock the board. No new attacks, no new fronts, no wild moves. Just position. Hold the line. Contain the situation. Respond, but only proportionally. Nothing more, nothing extra. No new narrative. Because the moment you introduce something new, you give your opponent something to work with. A new headline, a new justification, a new excuse to reset the board. And that's the one thing you cannot afford when your edge is time. This content is brought to you by Bobby Gigs. Promote your brand here and reach a wide audience across platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Follow the links in the description to get started. Section 4. So what do? You simplify. You let the noise die. You make the position boring, painfully boring, because boring positions kill aggressive players. Meanwhile, the other side is bleeding in ways that don't show up on the board. Political pressure, economic drag, narrative fatigue. This wasn't a war of necessity. It was a war of choice. And wars of choice come with a clock attached. Section 5. November is coming, and every week that passes, the question gets louder. What did we actually gain? And if that question doesn't have a clean answer, that material advantage starts to rot. Not disappear, rot. That's the part most people don't understand. Advantage is perishable. If you don't convert it, it decays. Section 6. So Iran doesn't need brilliance. They don't need a counterattack. They don't need a miracle move. They need discipline. Stay contained, stay focused. No deviation, no escalation, no desperation. And don't underestimate how hard that is, because doing nothing under pressure while the world is watching, that's a skill. That's control. That's strategy. Let the other side make the next move. Let them justify it. Let them carry the cost. Let them feel the clock. Because in this position, time is not neutral. Time is a weapon. And if you use it properly, you don't win by attack. You win because the other side runs out of moves. That's the game. Now watch who blinks first. Flint West signing off.